I'm Jason Palmer, one of the hosts of The Intelligence, The Economist's daily current affairs podcast. The Economist's award-winning shows make sense of what matters, from our special series on China's president to our weekly podcasts on business, technology, and American politics. Our journalists provide fair, in-depth reporting on the events shaping the world. Search for Economist Podcasts Plus and sign up to our free one-month trial.
I'm Mo Rocca, and I'm excited to announce Season 4 of my podcast, Mobituaries. I've got a whole new bunch of stories to share with you about the most fascinating people and things who are no longer with us. From famous figures who died on the very same day, to the things I wish would die, like buffets. All that and much more. Listen to Mobituaries with Mo Rocca wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back and Merry Christmas, folks. Seems like it'd never get here, but it's December 25th, 2023. Now, while worldwide the birth of Christ is celebrated today, we'll add some Alabama-related birthdays, as we often do. Born on this date in 1945, Football Hall of Famer Ken Stabler of Foley. In 1946, singer-songwriter Jimmy Buffett, born in Pascagoula and spent his childhood in the Mobile and Fairhope areas. Today, we have some examples of when not to punch someone and when to punch someone. And it looks like one city will be revisiting the state's lack of home rule for local governments. I'm Mike Morgan, and we're down in Alabama. The excitement didn't end with the ball game at Saturday's 68 Ventures Bowl at Hancock-Whitney Stadium in Mobile. After South Alabama took Eastern Michigan out behind the woodshed 59-10, some post-game fireworks took place between players on the field, reports AL.com's Craig Stevenson. Now, some South players were facing the band during the singing of the school's alma mater. An Eastern Michigan player who's been identified as defensive back Corey Hernandez ran up behind South Alabama defensive back Jamarian Burt and appears to have punched him in the back of the helmet. Now, that turned out to be a terrible decision in a couple ways. A larger brawl broke out during which Hernandez was not wearing his own helmet and appeared to have taken some shots. Eastern Michigan's AD has since issued an apology and promised an investigation of the events. Meanwhile, in a sport in which punches are supposed to be thrown, Deontay Wilder wasn't able to land his famously devastating right, and his ambitions to return to the top of the heavyweight boxing world took a hit when he lost to New Zealand's Joseph Parker in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia over the weekend, reports AL.com's Mark Inabinit. The unanimous decision was Wilder's third loss. The Tuscaloosa native is now 43-2-1 with 42 knockouts. Mobile officials will be taking a look at whether the city council can regulate its police department, reports AL.com's John Sharp. Two potential ordinances are on the table concerning the release of body cam footage, no-knock warrants, and pre-dawn raids, topics that have recently been debated in cities around Alabama and beyond. Those who support the proposals say that they stay within what's already state law regarding body cam footage, and that Mayor Sandy Stimpson just last month adopted a policy to end most pre-dawn raids. The Mobile Police Department is arguing that the council does not have the power to regulate policing. Now, this all really is of statewide interest, not just because of the policing debates that we've had in recent years, but also because of the debate over Alabama's lack of a home rule authority. Counties and cities are limited to powers given to them by the state legislature, and state law does not delegate police power to local governments. Well, thank y'all so much for taking the time to check in with us. Hope y'all are having a great holiday season. Now, I love all of it, the family stuff, the music, the reason behind it all. It can be a difficult time for some folks, and most of us have had a rough one or two along the way. If that's you this time around, it probably means there are better ones ahead. Take a breath, keep putting one foot in front of the other. We'll be back here again tomorrow. Hope you will too. Until then, we're open 24 hours a day and 7 days a week on the internet at AL.com.